Kind of surprised by Bubba's frustration. I know that he felt like he had a winning race car.
Well, I don't blame him for being exceptionally mad. Like he did,
I know he's mad. I know he's mad, but I mean, we don't have guys walking over and getting physical like that too often. So that.
What happened? Cliff Daniels said if that wasn't retaliation, I don't know what was. Was it intentional retaliation on your behalf?
Clint's smart enough to know how easy these cars break. So when you get shoved into the fence, like deliberately, like he did, trying to force me to lift, steering was gone. So just so happened to be there. Hate it for our team. Super fast car. Had no short run speed, as you were seeing. We're kind of falling there. Larson wanted to make a 3-wide dive bomb. Never cleared me. And I don't lift, so I know I'm kind of new to running at the front, but I don't lift. So wasn't even in a spot to lift, and he never lifted either, and now we're junk. So just a piss poor move on his execution.
When situations like this happen, Bubba, at this speed, is retaliation an acceptable thing?
Stop fishing. Stop fishing.
I'm not fishing, I'm just asking you. Let's also talk about the message you wanted to send to Kyle by going up to him after the incident.
He knows. He knows that what he did was wrong. He wanted to question what I was doing. He never cleared me, so just hate it for our team. Our McDonald's Twitter camera was super solid. Just needed to find a little bit on the short run, get the balance where we needed it, and it would have been just like Kansas, but now the car's jump.
There's always unintended consequences when something like this happens. Christopher Bell was a part of that, clearly a Toyota teammate and a playoff driver. Your reaction to that?
Sports.
There you go. Bubba Wallace obviously very upset and delivered his message he felt like to Kyle Larson.
Michael Jordan's not going to like that
comment. The message I was trying to deliver. We'll get a word with Kyle Larson when he comes out of the Infield Care Center just a moment ago.
Bubba now chatting with the rest of the media here. Well, we saw the crew working on the 20 of Christopher Bell. So Bell now has scored 5 laps now.
No, I mean, it didn't surprise me. I obviously made an aggressive move into 3 and got in low and got loose and chased it up a bit. And yeah, I mean, he got to my right front and got him tight into the wall and knew he was going to retaliate. So, like I said, I mean, he had a reason to be mad, but his race wasn't over until he retaliated. So it is what it is. Yeah, this aggression turned into frustration, and you're retaliated.
Is retaliation, Kyle, at that speed an acceptable thing?
I think with everything that's been going on here lately with head injuries and all that, fractured ligaments and all that, I don't think it's probably the right thing to do, but hey, we've all done it. Maybe not all of us, but I mean, I have. I've let the emotions get the best of me before too. So just I'm sure, I know he's probably still upset, but I'm sure with everything going on, he'll know that he made a mistake in the retaliation part, and I'm sure he'll think twice about it next time.
What about the off-track retaliation when he came up and tried to shove you? Did that catch you off guard?
No, I mean, I see him walking over, so I figured he would do something. So just yeah, I don't know. I mean, just like I said, he had every right to be upset. I'd rather him do that than tear up our cars in a dangerous matter. So yeah, just is what it is.
Glad to see both of these guys are okay, but clearly some very, very upset drivers down here, Parker.
Right, Marty, the playoff repercussions in the garage. They went over the 10 minutes of the damaged vehicle policy trying to fix that left rear suspension. They were unable to do so, so he is now out of the race here as in the first race of the round of 8.
We've seen him backed into a corner before. He was at the Roval a race ago, and this is the emotions of racing. And NASCAR coming here twice a year. Second stop, this one. A lot on the line as drivers in the playoffs lock themselves into the championship 4 with a win and give them an advantage as they go to Phoenix. Blaney right now in that winning position. Logano 2 seconds behind him. Suarez running third. It's Chastain, Hamlin, and Byron. 3 more playoff drivers all in the top 6. Parker.
Right, Ryan Blaney putting on a show here at the front, leading over his teammate by 2 seconds and loving this long run because this car has had a pretty specific issue every single restart and short run. Take a listen on the radio.
I mean, I can't say it's generating so bad. Don't know why we have this issue, but affecting performance.
Essentially chattering in the front. We heard that at the beginning of the race. He's had it each time on the short runs, and it just can be sometimes because of the air pressure or a setup in that car where the front tires are not gripping. Right now, he came on the radio and said, I'm just protecting that right rear on the long run, and so far, so good, leading by 2.3 seconds, Marty.
About to be 5 to go in stage 2, and obviously everybody, Steve, has been able to make the fuel mileage work to the end of stage 2. You know better than anybody, pit strategy always an evolving process throughout a race, so now we know the fuel number. But what about the tire situation, Steve? I've heard a number of crew chiefs talking about what Chris Gabehart did with Denny Hamlin, those 2 tires, and how they've been able to make it work. So if the caution falls right in stage 3, would you open up that part of the playbook to say, hey, maybe 2 tires will work at the end of this race?
Well, I think you're going to be forced to. Like you mentioned, you're going to need a yellow because under green flag, you take so much fuel, Rick, that you don't really save a lot of time only changing 2 tires. But if you get a shorter run, need less fuel load, 2 tires would definitely be an option. You mentioned it, Marty, 11. You know, sitting on 2 tires, he's lost a couple spots, but really maintained inside the top 5 on what is now one of the longest, well, actually the longest run on 1 set of tires. We've run longer under green, but that involved a pit stop. 54 laps on this set of tires so far today.
And again, points in less than 4 laps will be distributed to all the drivers in the team.
Very nervy situation for driver and crew chief when the vibrations start. Now on the final lap of this stage, what a look off the right rear spoiler of the 23.
Ryan Blaney, amazingly enough, on this final lap has not been to victory lane this year, although if he's able to win this stage, it will be the 8th stage win of this season, the most of all drivers, and he's going to be able to hang on and win stage 2. Ryan Blaney gets stage 2. Logano will finish second. Suarez, Chastain, and Hamlin the top 5. And so will it be Ryan Blaney who potentially could get his first win of the 2022 season, make it 20 different winners, and lock himself in to the championship 4. All right.
About a 2 loose towards the end of the run. They'll make an air pressure adjustment for Ryan Day.
Denny Hamlin made those left side tires last a long time. He'll now get 4 fresh tires, literally 3 up on the track on that top group, Marty.
Earlier, Joey Logano said we needed very fine adjustments. He just told Paul Wolfe we need a bigger swing this time. Way too free off of turn 4. He said, I absolutely burned the right rear off of it on that left. Well, Chastain leads and almost has a collision with Joey Logano there on pit road. Logano wins the race off pit road. Chastain had to check up and lost a number of spots right there in that little traffic jam at the end of pit road.
Yeah, really tight coming off the pit road there. Logano gaining a spot, Hamlin 3 spots on pit road, and Ryan Blaney losing a couple.
Around just right there at the end of the exit of the corner. Like it was actually maybe low getting into 3. He was trying to get it around the corner there.
That's what put Chris Buescher back on the lead lap. We now have 29 cars in the lead lap after that.
29 cars. You can have a great day and have an issue with
And the caution comes out. Ryan Blaney, one of the strongest cars today, led 39 laps, and now the crew putting the gloves on, getting ready to get that 12, see if they can keep going today.
Just the last 2 laps, he took second place. He was
Kyle Busch at
Are
the
you serious
left front
again?
smoking.
I thought it was.
There's either damage to the fender that
That
is
was the
pushed it
end.
on the wheel, or the wheel itself is trying to come off the vehicle and the fender's holding it on. That's what it looks like to me. I don't believe
Yeah,
that
people
the front
cheering.
wheel is attached to the car. I think the only thing holding it on the car is the body work. He's going to have to go nice and slow.
Yeah, it's about ready to come off, it looks like.
And if that comes off, we know that's going to end up with suspensions and all kinds of things. So right now, the 18, there it goes. Reaction of the crowd. It's either love or the hate.
Yeah, polarizing figure there with Kyle Busch, even in his home city. And that wheel will stop on the inside wall, and penalties coming for the 18 as he'll make his way back onto pit road. But the reason for the caution, the 12 of Ryan Blaney running second and having a dominant performance into the wall. Now
Fowler working on the car.